Hallo zusammen und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Stories The Path of Destinies. Wir sind im letzten Kapitel eines weiteren Handlungsstranges angekommen und es ist nicht so, wie wir uns das vorgestellt haben. Ich werde jetzt mal weiter hier hingehen, weil wir sind so oft durch die andere Tür gegangen. Deswegen gehe ich jetzt mal hier lang.
The portal was heavily guarded. It must go someplace they really didn't want him to go.
Ich meine, den Weg sind wir zwar auch schon lang gegangen, aber hey, im Endeffekt, wie gesagt, ist es ja egal.
Of faith, said the inscription.
Sogar ein Erz. Sehr schön. 85 jetzt. Bald haben wir's.
Oh, what does the fox say? Asked one raven. Another one called back, "Oh, I'm dying!" And they both laughed hysterically.
Aua.
So, his beloved was possessed by the spirit of a demon. That's what it meant to be a hero. To brave the darkness in your loved one's soul. To have faith there was still good in her. To help her out of that darkness, no matter what the cost. But what? What could he do? She'd kill him if he tried to take the Iblis stone from her.
Der alte Iblisstein, ne? Macht uns nur Ärger. Level 17 sind wir auch inzwischen, okay. Ich frage mich, wie weit man hier leveln kann. Wir haben ja auch noch so einige Fähigkeiten, die wir ja auch freischalten können. Ich meine, gut, wir haben ja auch noch diverse Handlungsstränge. Ah, hier sind wir jetzt wieder. Ich erinnere mich. Ja. Okay, was passiert jetzt?
At the end of the trail of raven corpses was Zenobia. Her father was frantically rigging a strange apparatus wrapped around a glowing core. "Don't do it!" he shouted. "You'll hate yourself in the morning! Stay back!" She screamed in a horrible voice he'd never heard before. It froze him in his tracks. The Emperor stared at him. "Run," he told the toad, "or hop." But he didn't manage to voice it, only think it. Zenobia stabbed her blade forward. and His Majesty fell dead. She began laughing hysterically. Or was she weeping? Just walk away, she laughed at him. I've no more use for you. There was something he needed to do, but he couldn't figure out what it was. So he did as he was told. As he walked away, he felt a chill in the world. The light in the sky seemed to dim. He didn't dare turn. He had a nagging feeling there was something he should have done just then. Something heroic. But he could not have taken the Iblis stone from her by force, and she would not have parted with it willingly. A cold wind blew from where she had been, but he still didn't dare turn. And then, an awful laughter filled the air, and all the torches and all the ships went out, and he realized what he should have done. But by then, it was too late to do anything. He should go back to some of the choices he'd faced before. Maybe there were new paths that had opened up, like those doors he was opening up all over the map that took him to new treasures and around his enemies. But he'd learned another true thing. Zenobia still had feelings for him.
Geschichte 8 beendet. Die fehlende Zutat. Was für ein Held bist du. Ein Held, der glaubt, dass selbst im verdorbensten Freunden etwas Gutes steckt. No. Und Level hoch, habe ich gerade gesehen. Oh, und schöne... Oh, wir haben eine neue Wahrheit enthüllt. Zenobia hegt Gefühle für Reynardo. Plus 2 Level. Und eine Figur. Okay, was ist jetzt? 4 von 4 Wahrheiten freigeschaltet. Kann ich da irgendwie... Na, schön, wie die Figuren dann auch leuchten. Okay, wie viele Geschichten? Ja, wir haben jetzt 5 von 24. Halleluja. Okay, hier scheinbar passiert nichts.
Okay. To the beginning once again. Faster than before, and he fell. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Reynardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Reynardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion, and he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
Okay, das mit dem Schlüsselsymbol ist neu. Deswegen machen wir das jetzt mal. Ein weiteres Mal retten wir Lapino.
Reynardo finally realized that Lapino was a traitor to the cause, and maybe Reynardo could use that somehow.
Oh, okay. Interessant. Weil er jetzt wahrscheinlich komplett die Wahrheit kennt. Reynardo konnte das sicher irgendwie ausnutzen. Was sollte er mit dem Wissen über Lapinos Verrat anfangen? Reynardo wäre ein Narr, wenn er Lapino wieder vertrauen würde. Er sollte ihn damit konfrontieren oder besser noch einen Weg finden, den Verräter gegen seinen neuen Meister, den Imperator, auszuspielen. Vielleicht würde sich Lapino doch noch als Schlüssel zum Sieg erweisen.
Reynardo couldn't quite put his paw on when he'd realized Lapino was working for the Empire. He'd never exactly seen Lapino sending coded messages to the palace, but he was sure. The rabbit had been on too many disastrous missions where he was the only survivor, or where he accidentally missed getting on the boat that went down to the abyss in flames. If Reynardo could prevent Lapino from getting back to the fleet with all the intelligence he'd probably gathered, it might be worth the trip. How had they come to this? They'd been on so many adventures together. Lapino had talked Reynardo out of prison at least 4 times, and Reynardo had rescued Lapino from at least 2 lynch mobs.
This chest was really awesome.
See what I did there?
Die Musik ist hier im Übrigen gerade richtig schön. Die ist wirklich richtig schön. Alter, wie ich den Raben in der Mitte gezweiteilt habe. Alles klar.
But he'd always felt that the rabbit resented him. Lapino was hilarious because he was so down on himself and everyone else. But behind the laughs, he wasn't a happy camper. Ooh, was this payback? Or did the Empire have his little white tail in a vice?
So, wir haben so einige Level. Deswegen will ich jetzt erstmal das hier machen.
Wish I could do that.
Und dann machen wir mal das beides. Okay. Ich glaube, da sind wir das letzte Mal auch schon lang gegangen, aber wir sind auch schon durch das andere Tor gegangen. Deswegen nehmen wir mal das hier.
Give me a lever, said Archimedes, and I shall open a gate.
Und die großen Truhen scheinen sich auch immer wieder aufzufüllen. Aha, Chance auf kritische Treffer haben wir jetzt auch endlich mal bekommen. Okay. Ja, jetzt leuchtet das hier. Ist klar. Okay. Dann kann ich jetzt hier durchgehen.
You got such delicious looking eyeballs! Caught the lead, Raven. Thank you, I think, said Reynardo.
Oh, ich bin aber
to be polite.
bei sowas empfindlich. Alter. Das kann er doch nicht sagen. Alter Schwede. Geht doch nicht. Nicht bei mir. Also ich glaube, jetzt sind wir auch schon bald beim Hasen, oder? Bei Lapino? Ich meine, allzu lang war das Level hier nie gewesen, deswegen... Ich meine, gut, allgemein kommt man durch die ganzen Handlungsstränge eigentlich relativ schnell durch. Das sind ja immer nur 5 Kapitel. Das geht schon.
Lapino would betray him. The core was dangerous. Now, Reynardo had a fleeting idea that the 2 ideas went together somehow. And then it was gone again. Ah, damn ideas. They never stuck around when you needed them.
So, die Schriftrolle da oben hatten wir auch.
Made Reynardo curious.
Das weiß ich. So, noch einmal das eine Juwel und dann, glaube ich, haben wir alle Juwelen. Ja, da ist er.
Bloody and exhausted, Reynardo finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing shuffling his favorite deck. Now that he knew what the rabbit was, there were a few things about him that Reynardo didn't find so amusing anymore. You sent me an urgent message saying that you're in danger. Oh, I am. The Ravens are coming. Now, I got a clever plan to kidnap Zenobia. Reynardo wanted to clap shackles on the rabbit and shout, "You're a traitor, and I'm not falling for it." But if there was one thing Reynardo was sure of, it was that the core of the Sky Ripper was dangerous mostly to its user. If he could put it in the Emperor's hands, old Isengrim III might blow himself and his fleet up with it. Yes, that was it.
Entschuldigt, es stürmt gerade ein bisschen draußen, falls ihr das hört, dann liegt's daran. Okay, hier ist jetzt kein Schlüssel. Uns bleibt die Wahl. Wir hatten ja logischerweise beides noch nicht. Stelle den Verräter bloß. Reynardo erkannte, welch schauspielerisches Talent Lapino hatte. Kein Wunder, dass er von diesem Verräter zum Narren gehalten worden war. Vielleicht sollte er den Hasen hier und jetzt denunzieren, um dessen Pläne zu durchkreuzen und sich zu rächen. Schicke den Verräter los, um den Kern zu holen. Vielleicht sollte er diesem selbstgefälligen Verräter den Standort des Skyripper-Kerns verraten. Und während Lapino die instabile Waffe dem Gegner übergab, würde Reynardo Zenobia einen Besuch abstatten. Okay.
Reynardo felt like a real hero, brave and smart. He told the rabbit all about the Sky Ripper's God's Eye core. "I'll go get the core while you attack Zenobia," he told the rabbit. "Wait, I've an even better idea. I'll get the core and you attack Zenobia," said the rabbit. "Right, yeah, that is better," agreed Reynardo. Perfect. The traitor would make sure the Emperor got the core. Now Reynardo just needed the Emperor to use the core. If he could only get something that the Emperor wanted very badly. Zenobia. He could save her and bait the Emperor at the same time. Right. Now, all Reynardo had to do was fight his way through Zenobia's invading troops, sneak onto her ship and into her bedroom, and kidnap her without any of her dozens of guards alerting her. Then, he would rely on her love for him to convince her how evil her father was, so she'd run away with him instead of going back to her father, who was going to blow himself up. It did sound a little risky. But Reynardo had a feeling it would work out somehow. It always did.
Wie trocken der Erzähler das gerade gesagt hat. Alter Schwede. Okay. Dann würde ich sagen, machen wir es beim nächsten Mal. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen und bis dann.